Welcome back all of you. In today's class we will start the projection of the planes. So starting with the simple examples of planes, like suppose we have a surface that is parallel to the horizontal plane. So how it will look like in a 3D diagram, and also if the surface is inclined to the HP and if it is inclined to the both HP and VP. Okay, so we will see it is a rectangle and it is now parallel to the horizontal plane. If your plane is inclined to the horizontal plane, it will be look like this, and if it is inclined to the both, so it will look like somewhat like this. So I have to draw the front view and top view of this surface. So if you see the surface from this side, it will look like a straight line to you. Okay, so in the front view you will get the straight line. The same way, if you look at this surface from the top, so you will get the rectangle on the top view. The similar way, if you draw the front view of this surface, you will again get the straight line at some inclination, and from the top view again you will see here either you will get the rectangle or square. Okay, so if you compare these two diagrams, this rectangle is having a dimension that are more than dimension of this rectangle. Then again, if it is inclined to the both plane, then we will get the in both plane we will get the rectangle or parallelograms. Okay, so if you compare these two diagrams, so this rectangle and this rectangle are having the same dimensions. The only thing is this now rectangle is inclined to the vertical plane. So if you draw it in the drawing sheet, you will, so you can draw it like this. Suppose the edges are A, B, C and D. So your point A is near to the vertical plane. So you can mark this point as the A. This point will be B, C and D. And if you get the straight line in the front view, then it will show the both points like A dash B dash, and it will be showing the both points C and D. So it will be C dash and D dash. The similar way you can draw the front view and top view of this problem. And the last one. So if you draw the front view and top view for this and this problem, okay, it is simple to draw. But if you want to draw this projection, you have to follow some steps to get this type of a solution. So we will see this later on, how to draw the projection if it is inclined to the both of the planes. So here are the some steps that you should follow before to draw the projection of the planes. Like in the first step, it is given that assume suitable conditions and draw the front view and top view of the initial position. Suitable conditions means like if your plane is given that it is inclined to the horizontal plane. So first you have to assume that your horizontal plane is parallel to the horizontal plane. Then in the second step, you should draw the inclination to the horizontal plane. Okay, so in the second step, it is given that now consider the surface inclination as I just mentioned and draw the second front view and top view. After that, you have to consider the edge and side inclination and draw the third top view and front view. Okay, means if it is inclined to the both like horizontal plane and vertical plane, first you have to assume this. You should assume that your plane is only inclined to the horizontal plane or vertical plane. Then in the second step, it is inclined to the vertical plane and horizontal plane. Okay, so it is the detail is given in this portion. Like the first step, it is given that the assumption of assumptions for the initial positions. So what it means, like initial position means assuming the surface parallel to the horizontal plane or vertical plane. If in the problem surface is inclined to the horizontal plane, assume it is parallel to the horizontal plane. If it is inclined to the vertical plane, then assume it is parallel to the vertical plane. Now, so after that, what you will get is if the surface is assumed parallel to the horizontal plane, means your top view will show the true shape of the surface. The similar way, if it is parallel to the VP, then in the front view, you will get the true shape of the surface. After getting the true shape, and you should consider this case like if you're drawing the true shape, keep one edge or side perpendicular to the XY line. Okay, so it is the same step that is we have mentioned in step 2 and 3. It is your step in 2 and 3. So starting with the simple problems like rectangular pentagon of 20 mm side has a one side on the ground. Okay, it is given that your one side should be on the ground. Its plane is inclined at 45 degrees to the horizontal plane and perpendicular to the vertical plane. Draw its projection and show its stresses. So if it is given that it is inclined to the horizontal plane, first you have to assume your plane is parallel to the horizontal plane. Means in the top view, you are going to get the true shape of the surface. Okay, so first I will draw the reference line, then pentagon. Okay, so drawing the pentagon, what should be the angle of the internal angle of the pentagon? 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, right? So if you calculate the internal angles, you will get the 108 degrees. Okay, like in a rectangle it is 90 degree. In hexagon, if you calculate it, it is 120 degree. Okay, so these internal angles are nothing but the 108 degree. By that you can draw the pentagons. So after getting the pentagon, this is the dimension. It is having a dimension of 25 mm. Okay, you should also write the mm in the side of 25. Then after that I will name all the points like A, B, C, D, E, or you can also name it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after naming the these points, I will get the front view of this pentagon. So in the front view, you will get a straight line. So I will draw the projectors from all the points and I will get a straight line. Okay, so I am drawing it on the reference line, means we are assuming that your pentagon is on the horizontal plane, right? So after that, your plane is inclined to the 45 degree to the HP. Okay, so I will make this line at 45 degree like this. So your plane is now inclined to the 45 degree, and also it is given that your one side should be on the ground. So you should incline this plane with respect to A dash E dash. Okay, so that this AE should be on the ground. Side AE should be on the ground. Suppose you are making this inclination with a point C, means you are inclining the surface with respect to a corner point of the pentagon. If it is asked in the question, your pentagon is inclined with one of its corner, then you should incline the surface with respect to this point. but it is asked that your one side on the ground, means you should incline this pentagon with respect to this point A dash A dash. So your side AE is on the ground right now. Okay, then after drawing the front view, we have to draw the top view of this plane. For drawing that, it is very simple. You have to draw the vertical projectors from this line and the horizontal projectors from the top view of this pentagon. Okay, so wherever these are meetings, like it is showing the point A and E. So if I draw the horizontal line from the A, this will be your point A, this will be your point E. The similar way you can get all the points like B, D and C. Okay, then I will join these points with the help of a straight line. So you will get the top view of the pentagon. In the question, it is also asked you to show the traces. So traces is what? Where the line meets the plane, or in this case you are having the plane. So where plane is meeting the horizontal plane or vertical plane, you will get the traces of the planes. So for that, what I will do is I will extend the front view up to the XY line. So you will get the H dash point. Then I will draw the projector from the H dash line and I will extend the top view up to the vertical projector. Okay, so this is how you will get the horizontal trace. To get the vertical trace, I will project top view up to the XY line. Okay, then I will get the V. Then after getting the V, I will draw the projector from the V. Drawing the vertical projectors, I should extend the front view up to the vertical projectors. Like, okay, so automatically you will get this line only. So this line is nothing but the vertical trace of the plane, right? So moving on the next question, draw the projection of the circle of 5 centimeter diameter, having its plane vertical and inclined to the 30 degree to the vertical plane. So if it is given to you like plane is vertical, but vertical means vertical to the horizontal plane. If I say you someone is standing, means standing on the what? Standing on the ground. Okay, the similar way, if the plane is vertical, means vertical on the horizontal plane, and it is inclined to the 30 degree to the VP, means you have to assume that your plane is parallel to the vertical plane. Its center point is 3 cm above the HP and 2 cm in front of VP. The position of the center point is given to you. So its traces. So first I will draw the circle. To draw the circle, I should mark the center point. So center point is 3 cm above the HP. So first I will mark the center point, that is 30 mm above the HP. Then I will draw a circle having a diameter of 5 cm. Okay. After that, I will divide the circle into 12 equal parts. You can also divide the circle into 8 equal parts. Then I will draw the top view of this circle. So in the top view, of course, it will look like a straight line, right? If you see it from the top, you will get a straight line. So I will draw the projectors from all the points. Then I will get a straight line. And as in the question, it is given that your center point is in front of VP, that is 2 cm. Your line will be 2 cm away from the XY line. So this is how you can draw the top view of the circle. So you should mark all these points like 1 dash. So this point will be 1, this is your 2 dash and 12 dash, so this will be your 2 and 12. Like that, all the points you should mark 3 and 11, 4 and 10, and at the end 0.7. Okay, then your plane is 30-degree inclined to the vertical plane, so I will incline this line 30-degree to the xy line, having this point. This point is also indicating the center point of the circle, right? So this point will be on this level only, means 20 mm away from the xy line. So I will draw a horizontal line, then I will incline this point, okay, at 30-degree like this, and this 4 and 10 should be on this horizontal line only. Then after that I will draw the vertical projector from all these points and horizontal projectors from the circle, like I did in the last question. Then I will get all the points of the circle when it is inclined to the 30-degree angle to the vertical plane. Okay, so if you are marking like points like 1, 2, 3, and here 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, you should mark these points like 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1. Okay, and this line is same as this line, so here it is getting like 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, like you have indicated the points here. Okay, so this is your points 1 dash, 1 1 dash, 2 1 dash, 3 1 dash. Okay, so getting the now you have to mark the traces. So traces, this will be your horizontal trace, right? And to getting the vertical trace, you should extend the top view up to the xy line. Then from that point you should draw a vertical line, that is a projector, and you should extend the front view up to that vertical line. Okay, it is not marked here, so it is not marked here. You should show the traces of the circle. So here you will get the vertical trace, and this is your horizontal trace. So from here up to here, okay, so from here to here you will get the vertical trace, and this is your horizontal trace. Moving on the next question. Draw the projection of a regular hexagon of 20 mm sides having one of its side on the HP. Like in the first problem, it is also having a one side on the HP, inclined at 60 degree to the vertical plane, and its surface is making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal plane. Means your hexagon is inclined to the both of the planes. Okay, so either you can assume that your hexagon is parallel to the horizontal plane or vertical plane. Okay, then from that you can start your projection. But in the also given that like your plane, your one side is on the HP. Okay, so it is better to incline the surface with the horizontal plane first, then we will go to the inclination with the vertical plane. First we will assume that your plane is parallel to the HP and your one side should be like this, so we can incline the surface with this side, and this is your front view. Then I am inclining the surface with the horizontal plane, that is 45 degree. Then the same way I will get the top view, like drawing the vertical and horizontal projectors. Then it is inclined to the 60 degree to the vertical plane. So in the first slide, I have told you, like if it is inclined to the vertical plane, the size of the hexagon will be same. The only thing or the only difference will be it will be inclined to the vertical plane. So I will draw a line that is inclined to the XY line at the angle of 60 degree. Then I will copy this diagram. Okay, so I know the dimension of this figure. I will draw the same figure here. Okay, I know the side of this length. I will mark it here. Then I know this distance, so you can mark these 2 points. Okay, and also you know the distance of F from A1 and E1, so you can mark the arc from the A1 and E1, so you will get the point F1, right? Or you can also measure the angle from this line, and you can also measure the distances. So anyway, so you can follow any method, and finally you have to draw this figure, the exactly same here. After doing this, see in this question it is not given that your point is how much far from the horizontal plane or vertical plane. So I can draw anywhere this figure. Like in the previous problem, in the case of the circle, it was given that the center point is 30 mm in front of 30 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So I followed that condition. But in this question, it is nothing is given that, so I can draw anywhere. So after drawing this figure here, I will draw the vertical lines from the top view and horizontal line from the front view. Then I will get the all these points to get the front view of the hexagon. So this is how you will add all the points, and I will join all these points like this, and you can see your one side A dash B dash is on the HP as asked in the question. So here the another example. Draw a regular hexagon of 40 mm side with its two sides vertical. Means its two sides is vertical to the horizontal plane. Draw a circle of 40 mm diameter in its center. Means whatever the center of the hexagon, from that you have to draw a circle of 40 mm diameter. The figure represents a hexagonal plate with a hole in it and having its surface parallel to the vertical plane. Draw its projection when the surface is vertical and inclined at 30 degree to the vertical plane. Okay, if it is 30 degree inclined to the vertical plane, means first we have to assume the surface is parallel to the vertical plane, and it. So first of all, we will draw the hexagonal circle, and it will be having a true shape in the front view. So as I told you in the previous problem also, that the angle between these two lines will be 120 degree. If you calculate it from the 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, it's come out to be a 120 degree. After drawing the hexagonal circle, I can top view of this diagram. So it will be a straight line. So I am naming these points like 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, up to the 12 dash, and the hexagon I am naming it like A, B, C, D. Okay, so there will be no confusion. Then I will draw the straight line. The position of the hexagon or circle is not given, means I can take anywhere I want. So these are the so this is the top view of the hexagon, and I am marking all the points of the circle as well. Then I am drawing this line at 30-degree angle, so that your plane will be now 30-degree inclined to the vertical plane. Then I will draw the projectors in the vertical direction from this line and horizontal direction from the hexagon and circle. So basically, if there is a two plane, I will draw the projection of both planes separately. I will draw the projection of the hexagon separately and the circle separately. So first I am getting all the points of the hexagon. The method is same, so I am not going into that. We have already seen the projection of the hexagon and also this projection of the circle. So this is the final front view of the hexagon, and which is having a hole of circle inside it. So here is the another question. A square ABCD of 50 mm long side has its corner A in the HP. Its diagonal AC inclined at 30-degree to the horizontal plane. Means first we can start with your square is parallel to the horizontal plane. The diagonal BD is inclined at 45-degree to the vertical plane. Draw its projection. Find the inclination of diagonal BD with the horizontal plane. See, in this question, the diagonal BD is 45-degree with the vertical plane. So we can also start like your plane is parallel to the vertical plane, but in the question it is also given that your corner A is in the HP. Means we should start with the plane is parallel to the HP. So in the top view, we are getting the true shape of the square, and I will draw the square. So I will draw the square like this. Means you can say it is like a diamond shape, so that your corner can be inclined to the, when the plane is inclined to the horizontal plane, your corner should be in the plane itself. Okay, so starting with the true shape of the square in the top view, so like this I can draw the square. Okay, so square is having a length of 50 mm side. So as we know, this angle is 90-degree, so all the sides will be equally inclined at 45-degree with the XY line. So I can draw a line of 45-degree, and starting with that I can mark 50 mm long side on this line. After that I can draw a square. Okay, so after getting the square, I can draw the front view of this square, and this will be a straight line. After that I can rotate this line at 30-degree, so that your plane can be, or you can say your diagonal AC can be 30-degree to the XY line. After that I can draw a top view of this plane when it is inclined at 30-degree. So it is the same procedure. After that, it is given that your diagonal BD is 45-degree with the top vertical plane. Okay. So as we can see, it is your diagonal BD. So I will draw a line at 45-degree, and I can mark this diagonal at this line. As we can see here, your diagonal BD is having a same size after it is inclined to the 30 degree with the HP. Its length is not changed. Okay, I am pointing out this because you will see there is a difference when if your diagonal has different size than the previous. We will see it later part in few questions, then you will understand this point. So I can mark this diagonal inclined line, the length will be the same. Then I can mark point A and C with respect to B and D. So I will get the same square here. After that, I can mark the points in the vertical direction, and from the front view, I can mark the projectors in the horizontal direction. So I will get all the points so this is your final front view. And also it is asked you like your inclination of a diagonal BD with the horizontal plane. As we can see here, your diagonal BD is parallel to the horizontal plane, and here also we can see your diagonal BD is parallel to the horizontal plane. Means the inclination is 0 degree. It is the next question. Draw a projection of a rhombus having diagonal 125 mm and 50 mm long. The minor diagonal of which is parallel to both principal planes, means vertical plane and horizontal plane, while the other is inclined at 30 degree to the horizontal plane. So first I will draw the plane which is parallel to the horizontal plane, and the rhombus should have longer diagonal in this direction and smaller diagonal in this direction. So we can incline the rhombus at 30 degree to the horizontal plane. So this is how first I will draw the rhombus. This should having a diagonal of 125 mm, and this is your diagonal that is having a length of 50 mm long. Then I will get the front view of the rhombus. Then I will incline this line at 30 degree so that your diagonal AC will be at 30 degree angle from the HP. I can draw the top view of the rhombus. Then it is said like your smaller diagonal is parallel to the both principal planes. Right now it is parallel to the horizontal plane. As we can see, your BD is at the same point, and though diagonal is perpendicular to the XY line, means it is vertical to the vertical plane. So I will rotate this diagonal at 90 degree. Okay, so now your BD is parallel to the XY line. Then I can mark vertical projectors from the top view and horizontal projectors from the front view. So I will get all these points in the front view. So this is your final front view and top view of the rhombus. Here is the another example. A circle of 50 mm diameter is resting on the HP on end A of its diameter AC, which is 30 degree inclined to the HP, while its top view is 45 degree inclined to the vertical plane. Draw its projection. So first of all, I will draw a circle that is parallel to the horizontal plane so that I can incline it at 30 degree angle. So this is your diagonal AC, so that your point A can rest at horizontal plane. See here, the circle is not divided into the 12 parts. You should divide it into the 12 equal parts so that you can draw the projection of the circle like we have seen in the previous problems. So now I am inclining the line at 30-degree angle. So I can draw the projection of the circle in the top view like this. Now it is asked you to rotate this circle at 45-degree so that your top view can be 45-degree inclined to the vertical plane. This is your top view. Okay, so this top view should be at 45-degree with the XY line. Okay, so I will copy this diagram, means you should first. So basically this AC should be smaller and this BD should be longer. Okay, as we can see here, your diagonal BD is having a longer length than the AC. Okay, so you can correct that one. After getting the line at 45-degree, now your top view is inclined to the 45-degree with the vertical plane, and now I can draw all the points in the vertical direction from this circle and the horizontal direction from the front view of the line. So I will get the final front view of the circle like this. So it is the next question. The circle of 50 mm diameter is resting on the HP on end A of its diameter AC, which is 30-degree inclined to the HP, while its make 45-degree inclined to the vertical plane. Draw its projection. So you can see here the question is same as the previous one. The only difference is it is asked you in the previous problem that the top view is inclined at 45-degree, but here it is asked you to make the projection when the circle is inclined at 45-degree with the vertical plane. Okay, so as we can see in the previous problem, your diagonal AC is reduced in size, means it is inclined at 30-degree with horizontal plane, so that we are getting a reduced length in the top view, and we are marking the diagonal AC at 45-degree, as we have seen in the projection of the line that if any line is inclined at any plane, in that plane we are getting the reduced length, right? And if it is inclined to the both of the plane, we are getting the angle more than the actual angle. So suppose the first two part will be the same, and the third part we have to make 45-degree inclination of this length, not this length. So it is the true length of this circle, that is AC, and after it is inclined to the some angle with the horizontal plane, we have to mark this diagonal on this horizontal line. So we can see here the angle will be more than the true angle. After that, when I mark the point AC, I can mark the point B and D and all other points on the circle. After getting all the points, we can mark the projectors to get the front view of the circle. Okay, so this is your final front view and this is your top view of the circle. Here's the next problem. It is given that an isosceles triangle of 40 long base side and 60 long altitude is freely suspended from one of its corner of the base side so that its plane is inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. Draw its projection. So first of all, I can draw the isosceles triangle. So this is altitude is 60 long and the base is 40 long. Now, it is asked you to freely suspend the isosceles triangle. You can suspend it from the B or from the A. If you are suspending it, means from the law of the physics, if you are suspending the triangle from the point A, then this point and the center of gravity of this triangle should be on the vertical line. Right? So first of all, we have to find the center of gravity of this isosceles triangle, and as we know, it is h by 3 distance from the base of the triangle. So if the height is 60 long, then the center of gravity should be at 20 from the base AB. So first of all, I mark the AG. Then I know the position of the point C and point B from the A. So, and also I know the angle. So using that, I can mark the point A and C. So this will be your final position after suspending the triangle from one of its corner. Right? After that, I will get a straight line in the top view. Then it is asked you to incline the plane at 45 degree to the vertical plane. So I can rotate this line at 45 degree and I can mark the projectors from the top view and front view to get the final front view of the isosceles triangle. So here's another problem. Draw a regular pentagon of 30 side with one side 30 degree inclined to the xy line. Draw this figure is top view of some plane whose this figure is top view of some plane. Means your regular pentagon is a top view of any other plane whose front view is the line that is inclined at 45 degree with the xy line. Means the top view and front view of some other plane is given to you and we have to draw the true shape of the plane. So first of all, I will draw a line at 30 degree and I will draw the regular pentagon having a side of 30 So like this, you can draw the top view of the some plane as the pentagon. Remember that your pentagon should not cross the xy line. Means any problem we have done until yet, your plane should not cross the xy line. After that, I can draw a straight line which is making 45 degree angle with the xy line. So I can draw a line at 45 degree. then I can project all these points in the front view. So I will get the front view of the plane, right? So to getting the true shape of the plane, see, it is inclined at 45 degree. If I look at the plane at this angle, so I will see the true shape of the point, right? Because we are seeing it from the front view and top view, like we are seeing from the top, then we are getting this shape, and we are seeing the front from the front, then we are getting the line. If I see it from this direction, I can see the true shape of the pentagon, right? What I will do is I will draw a XY line parallel to this line. This is your now XY line, and when we are seeing from the top view should be the actual shape of the true shape. Means this is your again front view, and we are now drawing the top view of the. So to draw the top view of the point, we can measure the distance of the points from the XY line, and these points of the pentagon is having some distance from the XY line, means from the top view, and the distance is not changed because it was only inclined to the horizontal plane, right? So I will measure all the distance of the points from the XY line, and I will draw a vertical line from all these points A, B, C, D, and E, and I will mark the distances from the XY line on those vertical lines. Because the distance from the vertical plane will not change if it is parallel or inclined to the horizontal plane. So this is the way I will get the true shape of the plane. See, it is a very important, and when we are learning the projection of the solid, then again we are seeing this part, the true shape of the solids. So here is the next question. Top view and front view both are circle of 50 mm diameter. Determine the true shape of the elliptical plate. So first of all, I will draw the true front view and top view of the elliptical plate, that is a circle. Okay, so in this diagram, you can see your A dash, C dash and AC is parallel, means this length is having a true shape because this line is parallel to the XY line, right? So I can say that it is a true shape of the line AC, diameter AC. Then we can also see here your line BD is perpendicular to the both XY line, right? See, it can't be possible like your line is perpendicular to the both, but it is a top view. Your top view of line BD and front view of a line BD is making a angle 90 degree with the XY line. How it can be possible? Like if I draw it, suppose this is your 2D diagram, this is your first quadrant, and your line is somewhat like this. If you see it from the front view, you will get a straight line, and if you see it from the top view, you will get a straight line, right? So if I draw it, so this will be front view and this will be top view. And also the diameter, means in the front view and top view we are getting the circle, means this length is not changing, means it it is possible that it is having a angle of 45 degree with the horizontal plane, right? However, we are not using this one, but just for information, if your length is same, means your shape is same in the front view and top view, means it could be at 45 degree. If might have any other angle, then we are getting a different shape from the front view and top view, right? So basically, if I am drawing this line is nothing but the your side view, right? This line we have drawn is the side view, means in the side view we are getting the true shape. So first of all, I will draw a side view of this elliptical plate. For that, I will draw a straight line, and either I can draw it like projecting the lines from the front view and projecting line from the top view, and then making the angle at 45 degree like this and projecting it okay. So this is your point D, so this will be D, this is your A and C, and this is your A and C. So your point A and C will be somewhere here, your point B is here. So like this you will get a straight line, right? Or what you can do is this is your XY line. After marking the XY line, I will draw these points, like I will take a distance of a point A from the XY line, then I will mark it here. The same way I will mark all the points, like this is your point D. I will take a distance from the XY line and I will mark it the point D here. This is the way you can get all these points, okay? So I will remove all the other lines so you can see it clearly. Okay, so this is how I can mark these points. So I will get a straight line. After getting a straight line, it is a true shape of the elliptical plate. Means elliptical plate having a diameter, one diameter like A dash C dash, and the another one B1 and D1. So we are getting the true shape of the B or BD diameter. After getting this, see, if I look it from the here, then I will get a true shape of the elliptical plate, or either I can see it from the here. Okay, so it is your front view, and if I see it from the here, then I will get the front view of the elliptical plate. So I will mark a straight line, then I will take the distance of the points from the XY line of these points B, C, A and D, and I will mark it from the X2, Y2 on the lines that we are going to draw from the B1, A1, C1 and D1 in the perpendicular direction to the X2, Y2. So this is how we can draw the lines, and after that I will take all the distances of the points and I will mark it on the perpendicular lines. So this is how we are going to get the true shape of the elliptical plate, right? So your projection of plane part is completed. In the next class, we are going to see the projection of the solids.